Holy cow. This is going to be a ton of fun. All right. Don't forget, by the way, night show tonight with Birds 365. John will be out there and he'll tell you about it all and how the fans are going crazy already. My look at this. My DMs and my X account are totally blowing up that you need to blow up Kelee Ringo. I'm going like, wait a minute. Even I'm defending the guy. All right. Battle Royale will be at 4:30, and we now bring on, our man, Big Z, Zander Krause.
What up, Big Sills?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing as good as one can do on a camp opening day here in the city of brotherly love. Are you kidding me?
Absolutely, man. Are you kidding? Content out the wazoo. I haven't even got, I just talked about the players and coaches and, the GM and all this and that. So, I mean, what's your takeaway already? It's day one. I'm not even, bro, day one, your fans are going nuts.
Who's going nuts? Who? Kyle in the chat?
No, Leo.
Is that it? Who's going nuts? Nobody's going nuts.
Look at my ex.
Who plays? Who cares? It's called practice.
It's Toast Ringo.
Come on, man. It's Philly Ringo, man. I like what my boy in the chat put. Mac Main put Philly Ringo. It's not Kelee Ringo. It's Philly Ringo. I'm not worried at all about Philly Ringo. And I thought, leave it to Sills to harp on all that. There's one negative thing is that Kelee Ringo gets beat on 2 plays. Wait a second. Jordan Davis shows up in the best shape of his life. Looks like a fucking chiseled machine.
Great. Congratulations on your job.
Jihaad Campbell's out on the field looking like a tank already. I mean, he's going to be a beast of a player. Everything looks great right now.
You want me to give credit for a guy doing his job by showing up in shape. Congratulations. Wow.
Well, you laugh about that, but how many players? How many players in the league? So what's the percentage of players in the National Football League that doesn't reach their potential because they don't put the work in that Jordan Davis just pushed in? Now, I know you're not wrong to say, I'm not going to thank you for robbing a bank, but how many players in the history of the game never reached their potential or didn't have a career as they could have because they didn't have that discipline to do what he did? Now, sure, is he paid to do it? Absolutely. But the NFL is a microcosm of society, Sills. A lot of people sit their ass on the couch and don't put the work in. So Jordan Davis did put the work in. That's a positive thing for our defense this year. 100%.
Only took him 4 fucking years to figure it out.
I don't give a shit.
I do. Well, obviously the Eagles do too, or they didn't extend him because of that shit.
Well,
right? You showed up doing your job.
I was going to say, because I saw somebody tweet, I think it was actually Lord Brunson, tweeted out how we should have got ahead of that deal. And for a second, I agreed with it, but maybe Howie knew he couldn't give him that deal yet. I'm not giving you that deal until you prove it to me. And Jordan Davis showed up in the best shape of his life. Okay. And let's be real, he passes the eye test too. He looks like he's in the best shape of his life. Now, we got to see him, how he goes on the field and all the play. I think that matters more than what he looks like in shirts and shorts and everything. But I think it's a positive sign there. I think the Campbell thing is great. I mean, I don't know if I expected Campbell to be on the field yet. So I'm listen.
What about Dean?
Dean, I don't know. I mean, I think he wants to get out there, but obviously they said he's going to start on the PUP list. I feel like
I'll know more when John will probably know more.
I'll get some info on John. I don't know what to think of Nakobe because I love the player and I think he really developed very well.
He did
last year and he had a really good season. But I mean, let me just run something real quick. Guys, if Jihaad Campbell is healthy, all right, let's just assume for a second he is as healthy as he looked on day one and he starts the regular season or he's close to being ready to go. Like, is anybody going to be itching for Dean to come back? Now, look, I love Dean. I like Dean a lot. I actually said this morning, maybe that it's possible they do try and keep him in Philly. But there's a lot of guys in that room right now, and there's a lot of good guys in that room right now that have potential and that have upside and have athletic ability and run the type of defense that Vic is going to want them to run. So I'm curious to see about Nakobe. But overall, you hear Jalen up there? Fucking shit. It's over. I don't need that ring on my. Jalen is truly a psycho in the best way. I mean, this guy dropped a line today. I don't know if you heard this line. He dropped a line today. It's nice to see it one last time.
Yeah.
That's what he says about a championship ring.
Yeah, no.
It's nice to see it one last time. I mean, this guy is built mentally as good as you could ask for.
How about
when
this?
it comes to needing a quarterback to lead your franchise.
Let me walk back something here. The reason why Dean will be out is because Trotter will be cheaper because he's on a rookie deal. You'll be able to have him as a swing linebacker, and Campbell will be your off ball, and they'll be able to do multiple things with versatility with Bond and with Campbell. That creates more for you with those two type of players on the edge.
Exactly.
You can't play Kobe on the edge. He's got to be in the middle because of his size and his stature. So I think Trotter's the guy in and Dean's the guy out. I want to give you something, though, what Hurt said that I loved. Here, this was something that I thought that really resonated with me. He is more impacted by that 2022 Super Bowl loss than anything in his entire life. He said that thing resonated with him, and he said that thing right there is no doubt. I played the way you guys wanted me to play and lost. He said that, and I'll tell you the other thing that I loved was AJ saying this. Wrote it down here. Here's AJ Brown. I have to remember to do the most important thing in my life, and that is to put team first. I've got to keep that in mind and to try to be the best football player that I could possibly be and work at that the most. That right there, have you ever talked and heard a number one wide receiver go, I've got to worry about being fucking team first? Tyreek Hill didn't want to go in a football game last year against the Jets, and his coaches were telling him in because he was only thinking about himself. That to me. And then you hear Mulata. Do you agree that Mulata is now taking the baton from Brandon Graham as the overall team leader?
Maybe. I think it's more Jalen. And I say that for a very specific reason. And it ties into what you just said about A.J. Brown.
Jalen's not a vocal leader.
But he doesn't – not everybody is a vocal leader.
I got it.
But look at the way A.J. Brown's speaking. I mean, you just said it. Does that not sound like Jalen Hurts? I mean, the quote today from Jalen Hurts was, no, I've went a very long time being told I got to do it a certain type of way. That didn't get me the win. When I did it how everyone told me to, when you put so much energy into personal performance, you kind of lose sight of the main thing of winning. Since the loss in 22, it's been my main motivation to find ways to win, regardless of how it looks. I just want to find ways to win, and that's the mentality I want this team to have. That's the mentality they're all taking, too. I mean, even Mulata today. We're not repeating shit.
How about – well, yeah, no. And
now, you're right that Jalen's not going to be the as upfront, to the cameras, that type of a leader that you see. But when you see guys saying things like that, that's from the Jalen Hurts mindset. Yeah. And that shows you that he's got the eye of everybody in the room. And they're listening to him, they're seeing him, and they're watching him, what he's doing. And they're taking it and they're taking it and using it.
Well, if I was in that locker room, I relate more to Mulata than I do Hurts. And I like the way that Jordan Mulata. I'm not saying Hurts is not a leader, but for me personally, if I was in that locker room, I would be more towards Jordan Mulata because of the way Mulata handles himself, by the way he talks, by the way he plays, how good he is, all the things he is as a teammate, talking about other teammates around him, getting better and this and that. I'm not saying Hurts doesn't do any of that. For me, I relate more to a guy like Mulata than I would Hurts.
That's fine, but let me give you a comp. All right, some people will like this comp, some people won't like this comp. Jesus had 12 apostles.
Okay.
Maybe you like Matthew better than Mark, or maybe you like Luke better than John, but they're all sharing the same message. So maybe you're right. Maybe it's easier for some guys to relate to Mulata or Lane or another player, or AJ, or Saquon.
That's why there's multiple guys.
But there's
multiple captains for a reason.
Right. And the point, I think, is that they all share the common goal. And when you have guys that share a common goal and you actually all pursue the same thing, I think that's when you're in the right camp. And as long as Jalen, I think that's where I think I took Jalen as the leader, because I think he's the guy that has set, what Malata's preaching about, what Saquon's preaching about, what AJ's talking about with the sacrifice of individual stats and stuff like that. So I think Jalen's the head of the snake, and I think he should be. And I think he earned it rightfully. So I think that's where we are. But you are right. I mean, he's definitely a more reserved dude. He's not the same type of leader that Malata is, or that any of the other guys are.
Let me throw this at you here. Because of the NFL Players Association bullshit, do you think that had anything to do with the market a couple of years ago when the running back market was being downgraded, downpaid, no guaranteed monies really? And Barkley was asked that question. And Barkley was like, hey, do I think it had a lot to do with the money that was given to us? Do I think it had a lot to do with the undermining of the free agency? I thought that was a great take by them. But I also loved what I heard from him. Boy, I'll tell you what, man, Saquon Barkley, he is a tremendous teammate. I was asked a question about being a 2K guy. He goes, no, I never really reached out to anybody. To me, it's more about just going out there and trying to do the best that I possibly can. And whatever that looks like, I don't know what it looks like. I'm here for us to win. He said he was in holy hell with Kansas City. I thought that was a pretty decent statement, because that's kind of going down the line of what you said when you said that a lot of teams are going to line the box up on him this year. And he said, listen, KC gave me a lot of hell. I really liked all the things. They brought all the stars out too. And the one thing you took away was they were all on the same page, wasn't it?
My bad. Yeah, no, it's a good takeaway. I agree with that completely.
Okay, so let me throw this at you here, what he said about Kevin Patullo. I thought it was pretty interesting that he brought up Kevin Patullo. And don't you think that it was cool to have and hear him say this, that Kevin and I and Nick, it looks pretty good right now. We're going to do a couple things that are different. But at the end of the day here, I thought, he gave those guys a lot of kudos and he felt pretty good with the offense. I came away with this word with Jalen Hurts. I don't know if you did. If I had to take a word away from him being at the podium, I thought the word would be stoic.
Yeah.
I thought he was stoic I
think he's always been a pretty stoic dude, actually,
But didn't he seem more comfortable?
Yeah, I think he does. I think I think that's what success does. Sills, when you haven't, in a way, when you've never actually achieved what this goal is. Remember, before they won last year, they always Jalen, even himself, always talked about, the pursuit and the journey and all these different things for the goal, right? When you've never achieved it, it's always going to be human nature to question if you're doing it right, or to question if what you thought will get you there is actually the right thing to get you there. I think that's common human psychology right there. So now that you've gotten there, okay, what I preached last year did work. Okay, my thoughts about that did bear to be true. Okay, we did ultimately win what we wanted to win by pursuing that. And I think that is what gives everybody a sense of confidence, from Nick to, even Howie. How about Howie walking up to the podium there, and he's like, all right, the first order of business is this, this, and this. Nick Jacoby Dean's on the pup list. Jihaad Campbell will play. I'm like, whoa, all right, Howie. Walking out there slapping your damn balls on the table like your shit doesn't stink. That's what it does when you win, Sills. When you win, you get that sense of confidence. I think it's a good thing as long as it's channeled properly toward the next goal, the next journey, which they've already emphasized.
I liked their first day. How about this, though? Dude, I may have to do a revamp here after hearing Malata.
Oh, baby!
Hey.
Yeah, buddy.
Who's the breakout guy? Who's going to have a bigger year, Cooper DeJean or Jalix Hunt?
I know. I don't know.
Malata was like this. Howie, you got to be kidding me. because he sounds like he made a leap.
Yeah. Jalen Hunt's going to be good, man. Jalen Hunt's going to be a good player. There's a couple guys in this chat that have said that from Jump Street, so well done by you guys. But I'm going to pick Cooper.
Me too. I'm
a pick Cooper, but I could see Jalix doing it. I don't know. This is why I'll explain this. It's actually easier for Jalix to do it because Cooper accomplished so much more in year one. So it's harder for
it's going to be this much of an increase
versus Jalix only played as many snaps as he played, and now you're going to put he's going to be in the biggest role. So I think it's easier for Hunt to do it, but APC. You know what APC means, right?
All pro Coop.
All pro Coop.
Hey.
Are you kidding me? This guy goes from an all-pro offseason and getting honeys down at the Jersey Shore to one of the best receivers in football saying he's all-pro Coop on the out as a cornerback. I mean,
you got A.J. Brown saying that.
I know. I think even Sileo feels what this team is about to look. Even Sileo feels that it's different in Philly right now.
I'm going to have a great year.
It's different in Philly right now. So
I know I'm going to have, especially after Toast Ringo. Day one, you guys are already fucking shit in the bed already.
Wait a second now. Let me draw a contrast to you. Let me say something to you that I think you'll agree with. There's also a stark contrast off the football field that you're seeing with our team versus many teams throughout the NFL and also especially in our division. In Dallas, they're talking about Micah Parsons and Trayvon Diggs and contracts and all these different things. In Washington, Terry McLaurin's not showing up because they won't pay their top wide receiver. Instead, they prioritized, a bunch of 35-year-olds. Now, in Philly, like you said, they're talking about resetting. They're talking about pursuing their next goal. They're talking about, putting their one foot in front of them, not thinking about the past, not thinking about the future. And they got everybody coming back. They got the death of ego coming from many people. Jalen, A.J. Brown has now taken up for that, which I do think that's something A.J. struggled with, as all receivers would in the past. Shit, man, I'm not getting the ball as much as I wanted. This sucks. This sucks. What's my career going to look like when I'm done?
I think that's a huge statement.
It's a huge one. So I think there's also and I think that starts with Howie and Jeffrey. And I think they've
bringing the guys in. Bringing the
right guys in and getting contracts done and making sure that everybody was on the same page. Like, for example, even the way they handled CJ, like many other teams would have probably known that they wanted to move on from him, let it linger, let it go through, then let camp happen, not give him a new deal, and maybe even traded him before. The Eagles got it done early, fast, explained it was a money thing, whether that was true or not, and they turned the page. Get that done, dusted, and over with. And that's what the way they're doing it. So I think the front office deserves a lot of credit for that too.
Let me ask you this: are you buying what Lane said, that he thinks that Tyler Steen is playing with a lot of confidence, and he thinks that Tyler has improved, and he thinks he's going to be a heck of a ball player? Before you answer that, I got to tell you, the aura and the presence of Lane when he's behind the mic, I mean, it's bigger than Fletcher's. It's bigger than Jason Kelsey's. It's right in the room with Graham's leadership, but man, he's a fucking total. That presence of that guy, when he stands there, you're looking at total greatness.
Yeah, I agree with you. And it's a different kind too, because Lane is a little bit
growing though. It's growing.
It's growing for sure. And I think something has, I think what else ties into that is the success thing. Where people have now seen the success. And when you have a guy like Lane, who's been to 2 and won 2, or been to multiple and 1, been to 3 and 1, 2, I think you start to listen. Not that they weren't listening to him before, but again, there's always that.
No, that shit grows.
Yeah, that human element of question.
It grows.
I think that's really resolved. And Lane's great, man. I think he's really grown as a player. I mean, I'm proud of him too for anybody that remembers when he went through some of the anxiety stuff and he had those issues. And, I think he's even grown in that regard. And I think that's kind of what you're talking about now at the podium. Totally. He feels more confident and comfortable.
Yeah.
It's impressive, man. He's an impressive football player. He's seemingly a very impressive person, and he's becoming an impressive leader, as you point out. So it's a great blessing to have guys like that, man. I mean,
is he the most accomplished Philadelphia Eagle of all time?
Well, I think there are other people close right now. I think BG's probably – well, no, BG hasn't had the level of all pros and Pro Bowls and accolades that Lane has. He's probably the most accomplished Eagle of all time. He probably is.
Now, Hurts will have that ability with giving.
Yeah, right. I mean, I think anybody still here, has that ability.
Okay, there's still that ability for him, but
right now, Lane is certainly more accomplished.
But Lane has got to be the most accomplished Eagle in like at least the Super Bowl era.
I don't know. Prince says it's Dawkins. Well, I don't know Prince. I mean, Dawkins
never won shit.
Yeah, maybe personally, but you got to account
for Lane's going.
Lane has the personal success and now the team success. And as you point out, he was a big leader on the team that won.
He's gonna get a gold jacket. I mean, he's a first ballot.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
He's the first. And when you get the first ballot, what does Brian Dawkins have over him then? Nothing. He has no rings. He's been to 3. He's won 2. He's had multiple. He has that, you know, what would be really great if he wins that first initial award for like the offensive lineman. Hey, dude, I think Fletcher Cox is one of my favorite Eagle players of all time. I love the guy.
I think Fletch might be the closest, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But
because Fletch, the difference between Fletch and BG, while BG has an extra ring over Fletch, Fletch was legitimately the pinnacle of defensive tackles for a large portion of his career. Now, I love Brandon Graham, but he was never looked at as the best edge rusher in football. You know, and it was a different career. Again, this isn't to take away from BG at all.
Valleys.
Yeah, but I think you could probably make the argument that Fletcher is probably the closest one to Lane as it stands right now.
Where are you playing Campbell?
I don't know. He's big. Did you see that picture I put up this morning? Fucking big dude, man. I mean, I feel like you could rush him off the edge. I feel like you can line him up off ball because he's got the football IQ and the speed you need to do it. He's obviously already a very instinctive player. I think that's what gives me so much confidence, kind of why I started this segment on our topic about Nakobe Dean of I actually like Nakobe, but I mean, if this dude Jihaad Campbell's as good as I think he's going to be, I don't see how you're going to get on the field. This guy can play all over the place. You know, and imagine what Vic can do, Sills, with 2 guys at off-ball linebacker that have the ability to rush, cover, and play off-ball.
Bro, I just envision this. When Dean gets back, okay, Dean and Trott are playing inside, and your 2 edge rushers are Bond and Campbell.
Well, so are you taking off the field then?
As a rotation. I'm saying that like
as a rotation, yeah.
As a rotation, you could see that lineup out there with those 2 guys in the middle and those 2 edge rushers playing. I'm not taking Nolan. I'm talking about rotation kind of deal so that you would have, if you're not going to be sold on Uche and Ojulari, maybe those 2 guys are going to fill the role. Okay. Now let me ask you something about, I'm with you, man. I'm not going to fucking shit the thing on Kelee Ringo in day 1. But where do you see Cooper DeJean playing more this year outside of his nickel spot, safety or corner?
That's another one that's a good question where, you're so versatile with them. You can do so many different things with them. Where do you think he can have the most impact? And I'll give you credit for this because you're the one who said safety a while ago where you think he can make a big impact at that position.
He's still in the middle of the field.
Exactly. And he'd have that playmaking upside. I mean, I just – what does that do for your corner room? Now you got Quignon. That's it?
You see, to me, I want to –
now you're banking on Ringo. You're banking on a slot guy that's never been there.
I want to keep Coop in the middle of the field. I want him to be my third backer kind of in a way back there in that
but
zone.
If he's good enough on the outside, Sills, I kind of want him on the outside, dude.
Have we seen that yet?
We haven't seen it, but I'm projecting. I think this kid's going to be able to do it because he seems to be able to do everything else he's been asked to do. I mean, let me ask you. You think he's going to fall flat on his face if they put him outside?
No.
Me neither.
I don't know what level, though.
That doesn't mean you're wrong, though, about the middle of the field, but I think
I don't know what level that is. I mean, like, how about this? Could he play it? Okay. But does he play it at the high level? He plays nickel and safety. That's what I don't want to put him in. I don't want to put him where get this. He can play it. I want to keep him in the all-pro room with safety and nickel, right? You want him to maximize his ability.
APC is inevitable. He's inevitable at any position you put him.
One of my bold predictions.
Yes, it was.
Cooper.
Yes, it was.
I even got AJ saying it now. I even got AJ rocking with that bitch now.
You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, my God. This is going to be a fucking wonderful year here. I cannot wait. Hey, what'd you make of Nick at the podium?
Good. Comfortable, calm. More probably like
more questions. Wait, you know what was different?
Same old Nick, though.
Wait a minute. You know what was different? More questions were asked at Nick.
Yeah, I it's funny you noticed that because I did too. Normally, when Howie's up there, it's the Howie show.
Yeah, I think because you see Howie kind of like jabbing at him a little bit.
You think Howie's like, I better make some moves. I better make some.
You know what though? I caught myself looking at Howie because Nick kept answering all these questions, and I was like, "Oh, Howie's not gonna like that. Probably get his ass fired for shit like that." I was like, "Holy shit, Nick's taking the show." I thought Nick handled himself very good. You know what? I mean, look, the guy's he's got a long way to go. He was asked about his linebacker room, and I think he answered it right. He goes like this: "I'm very excited about what we got there. I would be too if I had Campbell. I would. Campbell and Bond excite me. Trotter and Dean don't."
It's true.
Now, Trotter might a little because I don't know yet what he is.
Trotter and Dean still excite me, but it's a different level of excitement. It's a different type of excitement.
Campbell and Bond excite me.
Campbell and Bond is like through the roof upside excitement. Trotter and Dean is I got good, stable players excitement and depth.
No, Jalen up there at the mic. Yeah, what? I don't talk about my past.
Yeah, we might be overthinking too, Jihaad.
What do you mean?
Nakobe Dean gets healthy. You got Nakobe and Bond as your linebackers. You put Jihaad on the edge. You can play him in NASCAR. You can play him all, in different types of positions on the outside. You can take him in for Jalix at times. And then you have Jalix, Nolan, and Jihaad as your three edge rushers. You got a Jomo Carter and now the chiseled Jordan Day. I never want to see another fucking comment in this chat box about Donut Davis. Understand, all you nerds? I don't want to see another fucking comment about Donut Davis.
Do you think him being in shape is going to improve his play?
That's yet to be determined, but that still removes the nickname Donut Davis.
Okay.
Donut Davis insinuates you're a fat ass.
Because the coordinator said he was.
All right, well, he's not anymore.
Okay, he's not anymore. Congratulations. I'm glad after 4 years you decided to put the donut box back. Very good. Congratulations to you, kid. It only took you 4 years and your agent beating your ass telling you want a 4-year contract extension? Get your fat ass in shape.
Good. Whatever it took.
Okay, right.
Everybody goes through different ebbs and flows of life, man.
There's two things that come out of today, too, between Hurts and Howie that I enjoyed. Hurts talking about the 2022 Super Bowl loss. And you know what else Howie did? Howie talked about the 2018 season. After the Super Bowl, he talked about, hey, man, there were decisions that have to be made. There were really crazy shit that had to be said. This organization's learned by their failures, and that's why they're winning. I mean, do you know how many organizations? Look at Jerry Jones. He's doing the same bullshit he did in 1996. Nothing's changed. He's not evolved. He's not done anything better. And what's he do? He takes a fucking piss on his quarterback and his edge rusher before camp fucking starts. Congratulations to you, guys.
I think Jerry's in troll mode. Like, I think he's having a hilarious.
When you're an old man, you have no filter.
Yeah, 100%. And you also think that your way is the only way that's right.
That's right. And it doesn't evolve. So you're shitting on Dak for being. He goes, we gave a guy 90 million, 60 million guaranteed last year. What happened 2/3 third season? Guy fucking lays an egg and he gets hurt. The other guy, just because we signed him doesn't mean we'll have him. I'm going like, well done. Way to Pearl Harbor your season before it even ticks off. Way to go, man. Like you said, if you're wait till Mark Holmes gets his fat ass in here, man. I can't wait for that. Hey, bro.
Donut Davis has now become the Donut Royale. How about that? Or don't look, their streets are calling him Donut Dan.
Hey, you're right. At 60 years old, all good.
I'm calling him Diamond Dallas.
When I'm 26, I was built like a mother.
I'm gonna tie a bonus to Sileo losing 50.
Don't do that.
He'll be in the gym. He'll be in the gym all day.
I don't want to.
He'll be on a walking treadmill during this show.
Hey, at the end of the day, I choose to be like this.
Wait, my mom has that at her work.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she wins it every year too. Find it the fitness incentive. So her boss, she works at Fred Beans, is a huge car dealer in the area. Fred Beans that's the actual guy. He's 88 years old. He still works morning, noon, and night every single day. 6 days a week. He is the most hardworking dude, but he's very old school, and he don't like fat people at his office. He doesn't like fat people working for him. So he has incentives on working out for their employee. I thought that was interesting. Silio's like, I'm putting my head down. If this fucker ties any of my dollars, I'm having to get on the treadmill. I will fly my ass to Philly and beat him to a pulp.
Hey, I'm fucking having a cheeseburger right after this, bitch. What are you talking about? I don't give a shit about that. Hold on. I got another one.
I love you. I want you to be healthy. I want you to live till you're 105 years old.
I'm good. I still haven't opened up the damn DDP thing yet. So I don't know.
I know you haven't. I'm calling.
So wait a minute. In Norway, people are concerned about Kelee Ringo after day one. In Norway, there's a dude in Dubai going, hey.
That's because we're a worldwide team. Jalen's the face of Jordan. The Eagles have become the face of the NFL. I mean, everything is working for Philly. So people in Norway and Bangladesh, like you were saying, everybody everywhere wants to know what's going on inside the city of brotherly love.
Am I going to have a fucking spectacular year? It's already out to a banging start. This thing's good. I got A.J. Brown going. All-pro Coop. Big Sills bold predictions. How you doing? I'm not worried about Kelee Ringo on July 23rd. I was worried about him in March. I mean, I'm not worried about him right now. By the way, make sure all you lunatics check out Birds 365 because right after the program, John's going to have – I want to know a little bit more about the pup list for Dean. Like, are they thinking he might be during the middle of camp, towards the end of camp? Maybe like in 10 days. What's the – because if he gets to the 53 selection and he don't make it, he's out 4 weeks. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's fair.
How big a loss is he going to be?
Wow.
Because you don't have Warren Burks now.
It depends. I mean, if Jihaad Campbell's, comes out of these gates racing, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal at all.
How much are you playing him in the preseason?
Campbell? Well, that all depends on the health. I mean, if there's any risk of re-injury, if there's any risk of delaying the timetable for the regular season, and I mean a 1% chance, I'm not playing him. I'm just not. Look at Cooper last year, right? I mean, imagine if we judged Cooper DeJean by the first 6 weeks. He didn't play. It's like, and now look, we're all talking about APC All-Pro Coop. Like, you got to give him a little time, but I do think he's going to be ready pretty quick.
You think that Jalen, when he's at the mic, you think he's too guarded?
No, I don't think that's a bad thing.
By the way,
I work in media. I understand.
Yeah, he holds his cards to his vest.
Man, listen, like I said, we work in this business. So it's one of the first things you told me in this business that the more time I spend in this business, the more true that these sentiments have become over the years, especially with all the changes we've had at JAKIB. This is a great business with a lot of shitty fucking people in it.
Absolutely, man.
And that is a hard truth about what we do. There's the reason I like Sil so much. People are, how do you listen to him bash our Eagles? And I'm like, yeah, I can deal with that. I don't want to work with a shitty dude. I don't want to work with shitty people. And so I'm just saying, being in this business, I could understand why an athlete, a player, a guy like Jalen would say, yeah, I'm not going to make friends with any of you.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Like, I'm going to keep it here, and I understand that.
That's right.
I got no problem with it.
Actually, it's pretty smart. He keeps people at arm's length,
right.
And you know what he does, right? So you probably think that's probably the smart way to go, right?
I do. I
agree with you. I agree.
The funniest part about this is it's contrary to what would be good for my business. So I'm being honest. I do think it's good for him as a player and for the team to keep it close the way he does. And I do think also part of that is based on, what he's experienced in his career, where you've had all the pundits and all the people talking about him and all those different things. And I think there's things that he likes about it and there's things that he uses, but it's also a subtle reminder basically every single day to, be where my feet are. I don't need to make buddy with anybody. I don't need to go on podcast. I'll go to Greece with Michael Jordan. Me
too.
I'll have a banging wedding in Napa Valley or wherever the hell it was. I'm not going to get buddy on a podcast. I'm not going on. Like, the only podcast I think I've ever seen Hurts do was Kelsey's. That's it.
That's it. Yes. I can't think
I've never seen another show.
No. That's a great point.
Remember, you got Slay as a podcast. You got Cooper. Cooper started one this offseason. They had Bond on, Nolan Smith on. Like,
did he ever do that one with Channing Crowder?
No. The Pivot. He never did that.
Pivot?
No, he's never been on that.
I'm
just saying, like, he definitely keeps it close to the vest. And media, by the way, the funniest part about it is media is Jalen, who isn't opportunistic, which he should be, by the way. I mean, he's you got to make money on his name and maximize his earnings while he can. Media has become a very, very, very big avenue for athletes to make money. Look at all the amount of companies now that go to the players to give podcasts. Look at Jason Kelce. Jason Kelce might be making more in media now. In fact, he is than he was in the final 5 years of his career.
Yes.
So this is a big addition to some of these guys, and Hurts has totally opted to weed it out. I want nothing to do with it. And I think it's during his playing days, I think it's the right move. I do think one day in his career, he will open up to do it a little bit more.
Like Brady has.
Remember Saban? Saban used to fucking hate the media, and now he's in it. I do think it's a good avenue. I think he's a pretty polished dude, so I think he would do well in it if he did go into it. But I like what he does right now with it.
How about this? I'm going to start a new segment on the program every day. I'm going to start it, and it's called Who Won the Day? Who won the day today?
Jihaad Campbell. Easy.
Jihaad Campbell.
Campbell won the day today. And another guy I'd give a win to today, and I think you'll actually agree with this, Nick Sirianni. I'll give Nick Sirianni a win today because I noticed what you noticed. That was a little bit of a different dude at the podium.
They asked him more questions.
We're asking him more questions. That was a little bit of a different dude, and I think that's a good thing for a coach to be able to step into that confidence. And you don't want it to be a negative, but I think overall right now it's a good thing. So, and then one other winner, I think Jalen's a winner. I think Jalen is a winner today with his comments and some of the things that he had to say. And I think I give Jalen a win, not for being 14 to 15 or whatever he was. I don't care about that shit. I'm talking about when Jordan Mailata shows up and he sounds like Jalen Hurts, when A.J. Brown shows up and he sounds like Jalen Hurts, now without a shadow of a doubt that quarterback has got the locker room on his side. With all the best players on the team, they're buying into what he's selling, and that's a good thing.
Let me tell you, my guy, that I'm going to pick one that was my who won the day. The guy who won the day for me
I know it. I know it.
was A.J. Brown.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know it.
Bro, he is the most important person on the football field for the Philadelphia Eagles. You are 43-9 when he and Hurts are together. Okay?
I don't think it's more important than Hurts, but I do agree he's very
okay.
good.
Well, wait. When he's not on the field, you ain't winning dick.
When we lost one game after week 4 last year, it was the game Jalen.
And I will make this point to you. You are not a 2,000-yard rusher without A.J. Brown on the field.
Well, that I agree with. He's opening up so many things.
He's the greatest player you've ever had at that position. And I got to tell you, without that guy on the football field, and when he said this today, now I'm going to hold him to this. July 23rd. Let me get my little, because I got receipts now too, because I'm holding all you motherfuckers. All right. So
oh my goodness, Sills.
July 23rd, AJ said, I got to work on being a better teammate. And so when he said that, I'm going to take him at face value for that. I thought that was the greatest comment I've ever heard him say since he's been in Philly.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that, dog.
Yeah.
I really am. That won the day for that gave me the essence of this. We're going to do that every day. That gave me the essence for this. Who won the day for the Eagles? He did, man. He won the day for me there.
I like that. I'm going to use that as well. The who won the day. It's a good.
Yeah, who won the day?
I think that's a good thing. I could get John to give me somebody who won the day each day. I can't.
Yeah,
good. I'm going to take that from you if you don't mind.
Good. Of course. And listen, listen, man. I like that shit.
Checks in the mail.
Yeah. Hey, I like that, man. Hey, by the way, hey, douchebag Steve, I like Krellers if you want to send them. How you doing? All good. Krellers.
Sassy, sensitive Sills.
Sassy, sensitive. Hey, dude, really?
McCord.
I got dudes around the corner that are fucking waiting, fucking give me shit. You think that I get sensitive?
Look at Philly. J-Mac is going to say nobody. Practice. You can't win the day at practice. It's just practice. All right. Calm down, Johnny Mac. Just making some content, John. All right.
Hey, you dude, it was a good day for you guys, man. Except for Kelee getting his ass kicked in the open. What's his name? Terrence Mathis? Who fucking took
Terrence Marshall?
Terrence Marshall.
You hear what AJ said about him, too?
Tell me.
He's going to make the wide receiver room uncomfortable, he said, and that's a good thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where's he from?
Terrence Marshall was a first-round pick. I believe he played his college ball at
South Carolina?
Shit. Was it Georgia?
Oh,
no, LSU. LSU. I knew it was
LSU.
SEC.
He's an SEC guy. Okay,
SEC,
I thought I heard that.
LSU. And he was a second rounder.
No,
but
that's a great
Panthers in 21. LSU. Thanks, guys.
Holy shit. He was a 2 pick?
Yeah. He's 25 years old. So I actually think he's got to change. 6'2", 200 pounds.
Where did he come from? Was that a Carolina kid?
Yeah, Carolina. Yeah. Carolina didn't work out in Carolina, which I mean, shit. Is that really a time to write off somebody's career?
No.
If they don't work out in Carolina. I mean,
wow. He said that the guy's going to make the room uncomfortable.
Yep. So here's the exact quote. He's going to make the wide receiver room very uncomfortable. That was A.J. Brown today. And that's a great thing.
I'll say. Let's get to the supers, man. Guys.
Look at Leon. Let's get to this. Yeah, Leon. Sit back. Kick your feet up. Get a little spin drift seltzer here if you like that. Maybe pour yourself a drink. I don't know. Light up a joint. Whatever it is you want to do. Kick your feet up and relax, big guy.
Yeah, wait. He's the guy that started some shit in here today.
I know he did. I love Leon because he loves stirring the fucking pot, my guy Leon. All right, here we go. Look, this is why you said get to the supers, because he's the first one. He says, bro, fucking Norway. Also, be nice to Mark. He has made 16 videos the last 3 days about Parsons. Can't blame Mark for being mad, but fucking Norway. Oh, man. God. I watched all 16 of Mark's videos, and you all should too. Mark Holmes' YouTube channel. Kyle Kokorski.
Mark, I love that dude, man. I do.
I do too. He's got great content.
Man.
I like good content creators. Kyle Kokorski says Jalen Carter is going to destroy Booker T. Washington. Kyle, I better never hear Donut Davis from you again. I don't want to hear it ever again, Kyle.
Hey, he came in 200. He must wait a minute. Since he got here, he was 248.
Here's B. Fleming. What up, Fleming? Member for 9 months. Thank you, guys. By the way,
this guy's lost over 56 pounds since he's been here.
Is that too much? No, 330, right?
No, he was 348 when he ran that 4.78.
No. He was 330, I thought.
338? Oh, okay. All right.
Or 32, but I got to have to look. B. Fleming, thank you, bro. Member for 9 months. So reminder to everybody, for all of our great YouTube members who are members on our channel, we do giveaways all through the year. I spoke with my guy recently, so I'm going to be re-upping on the jerseys. We're going to do some Jerome Browns again for your show. We're going to do Jalen's, Saquon's, AJ Brown's, Lane's, Jalen Carter's, Zach Bond's, a bunch of them. So lock in, everybody. We're going to do a bunch of giveaways this season, so get your memberships back in, and appreciate you, Fleming, for being a member for 9 months. He says, I'd push Coop to the outside and trash Ringo or stash Ringo or Adoree in the nickel. Oh, no. Trash Ringo or Adoree in the nickel. Roll with Makuba and Reed. Based on the inevitable need at edge, I push Campbell down and go trot until Dean's back. Stills, can I get a Jihaad Dotson? That's actually not a bad move.
Listen, they're going to put, in my opinion, they're going Campbell in the middle. And Zander, as much as John didn't want to face the facts on draft day, they drafted Campbell to replace Dean.
Or they drafted him to get after the quarterback.
Okay, well, the way Vic's talked, though, man, he was starting him inside, not outside.
Yeah, but you remember what Howie said the day he drafted him? He didn't name names, but he said the 2 Penn State players, Micah Parsons and Abdul Carter. So these are 2 guys who started at linebacker and moved to edge rusher and have dominated. I mean, Micah Parsons, say what you want about him, but he is an all-pro. He's an unreal football player. If you can have even close to that with Campbell, you're looking at a pretty setup.
Okay, so if you're taking Mulata by word and you think that Nolan's going to be good, you're taking Nolan and them off the field and putting Campbell in there?
That's fair. That's where I think you're going to see some of the Vic Fangio using him in different packages. That's why I mentioned the NASCAR package. If they can use Campbell like a Van Ginkel with keeping the other 2 guys on the field, you're going to have a lethal pass rush on passing downs. So assuming, obviously, everybody pans out. Bob Fleming, thank you, bro. Twiz says, fucking write this down. 1-year deal. For who? Nakobe?
I think so. That's what he's talking. It would have to be.
I don't know. We'll see about it. I'm not sure, Twiz. I'm not
there with that.
I'm not saying you're wrong, though, Twiz. We'll see. Riot says Tyreek Hill's the most overrated star receiver.
This is what I would do. I'd get Hill out of Miami because the teammates hate him.
Yeah, and
I would do a flip. I would do a flip with Hill going to Washington, and I would send McLaurin down to Miami. Because I'm not going into the season without.
I wouldn't love that as an NFC East guy because look, Right. He's been overrated since he went down there to Miami, but nobody called him overrated when he was with Patrick Mahomes.
No.
Sometimes your environment matters.
It does matter.
I think
you put Tyreek Hill in Washington with Jaden Daniels, and you send Terry McLaurin down there with Tua. That sounds kind of makes sense. Plus, you still have Tyreek Hill on 2 years left of his contract. You don't have to redo his deal. He's making $28 million right now. He's undervalued anyway.
Yeah. Marcus checks in. What's up, Marcus? Every NFC East team is walking into camp with drama except the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. It's true, man. We're going to hear from Mark about it with Micah and Jerry and all that bullshit. Paul Blome checking in with $20. Paul, thank you, sir. One of our very first jersey winners actually last year was Paul. Paul Sills, for those who don't know, Paul, if you could, use your member chat because I want to see this. Paul is our second longest standing member. On all of JAKIB. It's almost 40 months with Paul as a member.
Wow.
As a paying member on JAKIB. So, Paul, thank you,
Paul.
That's awesome. Still,
nice,
shout out to the Philly rings. You really think those other team rings with the flip-up toilet seat showing a Lego stadium are better? I'm 63. Get off my lawn.
Hey, Paul, I'm going to ask one word. So, do you eat cold dick? Because that's like a dessert there. Is it cold dick?
I don't want to talk about cold dick.
Oh, it's spotted dick. My
It's
bad.
training
My
camp
bad. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about?
My bad. I'm sorry. It's spotted dick. It's all good.
Here's B. Preston. What up, Preston? He says Marshall was wide receiver 3 on that LSU champion team with Joe Burrow. Yeah, he was behind Jefferson and Chase. He was wide receiver 3. Actually, Sills,
You're fucking kidding me. He was on that team?
Dude, he had, I think he had like a lot of yards that year. Let me look.
Wow, he was the third dude in that room with the. Yeah. So he's an overall guy.
Yeah, he had 671 yards that year, 46 receptions with Jefferson and Chase
for a billion yards, right?
Yeah, well,
65 touchdowns or something like that, right?
Here's B Pump. What up, B Pump? Sid Vicious is going to have all you haters with egg on your face. Zander, be ready to get Flammo Bay during the season. What the hell does that mean? I got smoke for everybody. Sid Vicious is not doing shit. Brian, of all the players to be excited about in Philly, Sidney Brown's like at the back of the list, dude. Like, I don't know what you're smoking. East Coast Rico. Yo, Z and Silo, give me your early season defensive player of the year for the league. Jalen Carter. I don't know if he would get it because of the splashiness.
I'm going to say Max Crosby.
I like that. I can live with that.
I'm going to say Max Crosby's going to do that. I think
he's got that upside, but I think the stat thing might hold him back.
Yeah.
Carter's never going to be a big stat guy. All right, let me get out of here. Let's get to this Royal Rumble.
Got you. Hey, Big Z, make sure you guys check it out because John's going to have a whole bunch of video. He's going to have a whole bunch of content. They're going to give you the latest on what the injury front looks like, and we'll be doing all that too. So those guys that flipped their show, Xander's going to be doing content in the morning and also at night for the next couple of days as the schedules get changed around a bit. We appreciate everybody. Big Z, we will be looking in the morning for you, my friend. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sills. Appreciate it, brother.
Great stuff, as always, by my boy, Big Z. Boy, I'll tell you something, man. I actually have been checking out my boy Mark Holmes' videos. Hold on, I need a swig of this shit. I got a deal for Mark. Before we bring him up, I got a deal for Mark Holmes. Mark, I'm gonna here. What am I gonna do here? I'm gonna pray. Look at me. See, I'm praying to the gods of football. Dear God, I have one prayer. This is for Jerry Jones. If Jerry shuts his fucking mouth for an entire year, I will give the Cowboys a Super Bowl. Do you think it's possible that Jerry would take that deal? Answer? No fucking way. Say the gods of football. They would never take that deal. Okay. I don't know, man. He took a shit on his quarterback and his edge rusher. The Eagles today, hey, Mark, just for you, people from Norway, Finland, were calling this guy Toast Ringo. On day one, Philadelphia Eagle fans are already in this guy's ass already, calling him Toast Ringo. Camp is here. The Royal Rumble's here. By the way, Joy Taylor's tomorrow.